Waking the Dragons Joey vs. Battle City Joey is one of the coolest, most anime-feeling games I think we've ever had. It's a really long back-and-forth match. I almost sometimes can't believe it's like a real duel, and like not some scripted anime duel, because it blew my mind actually.
What's up there, and welcome to a brand new series on 414 YGO. This brand new series is entitled 414 Asks, and basically what I'm doing on here is I'm interviewing other Yugi-Tubers around to find out a bit more about the channel, why they got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and a bit more about themselves. And hey, if you're new here, why not consider being part of the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So today I'll be interviewing one of the 3 channels that got me into doing Yu-Gi-Oh on YouTube myself, and a huge inspiration to me. And today I'm interviewing Delta and Blue from the channel YGOAnimeGames. YGOAnimeGames are a character deck based channel, and they are absolutely amazing, insane quality content that they make. Almost over 100 character deck profiles if I'm right. A lot of character deck duels on there. They've got over 4,000 subscribers now and over 1 million lifetime views on their channel, which is an absolutely amazing achievement and very thoroughly well deserved. So I sent the guys 10 questions as well as a few quick fire bonus round questions. If you're an existing subscriber to YGOAnimeGames, they're going to drop some exciting details about their upcoming decks coming real soon. If you've never seen YGOAnimeGames before, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the guys. They are absolutely fantastic. But before I get to the interview, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Let's see if we can hit 100 likes on this video. So that being said, I'm going to hand you over to Delta and Blue now.
Hey, I'm Delta.
And I'm Blue.
And we're from YGOAnimeGames. We're here on 414 YGO's channel talking to you guys, doing an interview. We're super excited for this opportunity. You know, it's something that we think is really fun. So yeah, we're gonna hit the first question. I'm gonna go in order. How did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh? And what was the first deck / pack you bought?
So it's pretty much actually the same for both of us. One day our mom came home from work and she had stopped at a store on the way home and had bought us each a copy of the original Kaiba Star deck, that OG deck where it all started however many years ago.
Original Art, Blue Eyes, SDK, you guys know it. We both have the same origin story. Number 2, what influenced you to start your channel and build character decks? So we started our channel, a few of us actually, several years ago when we were playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were playing competitively, and we built character decks, and then we really liked playing character decks and sort of just took off.
It was, I mean, yeah.
Fun, you know, sometimes in competitive play.
Yeah, because we go into our locals and the competitive meta there was really aggressive, and it just, everyone took it very seriously. It kind of just wasn't the kind of fun game that, you know, we really enjoyed more.
Nothing against competitive play, but we find there's actually a lot of players who leave frequently. We've gone in and out playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes you can only play so many Dragon Rulers, Mermills, and now Zodiacs before you want to sit back with some Yugi Kaiba decks, what have you. So number 3, what was the first character deck you built and how would it fare against your newer decks? Yugi Battle City.
Yeah.
Was the first one we built. And it would probably fare okay. It was mostly the same as the Yugi Battle City deck we have built right now. So not that much has really changed, so it'd be about an average deck. Maybe slightly below par. Your channel used to be called Team Carrot Cake. Why Team Carrot Cake? So there was a few of us, like I said before, and we found the name Carrot Cake, a couple of members, and they brought it to all of us. You know, we talked about it, thought it out. Carrot Cake sounded pretty good, pretty catchy.
It's yeah, it's not that hard K sound seems appealing.
Yeah, it's alliteration.
So it had nothing to do with the food. It really was just like carrot cake, kind of rolled off the tongue.
I don't even like
sound
carrot
nice.
Cake. Yeah. 5. If you would recommend one duel on your channel for a new viewer to watch, which one would it be, and why? You want to take this one first?
Waking
the Dragons Joey vs. Battle City Joey is one of the coolest, most anime-feeling games I think we've ever had. It's a really long back-and-forth match. I almost sometimes can't believe it's like a real duel, and like not some scripted anime duel, because it blew my mind actually.
And I will come up with the Bakura versus Yugi we did once we updated Bakura's deck to finally have Dark Sanctuary. That was a pretty good game as well. It was also a nice back and forth. It lasted a while. It's a good duel to watch, and it was a lot of fun to actually make that one.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Bakura, so I love the fact we got Dark Sanctuary. Any duel with Bakura is a good duel. Alright, so number 6. Some decks are impossible to make because their cards haven't been printed. If Konami let you print the missing cards for one character so you could build their deck, who would it be?
Oh, I have to pick
so many characters. Yeah,
that's not fair.
I mean, Darts is a big one that, you know, people always think of as somebody who we don't have any cards for really outside like Orcal Ghost.
Yeah, we've gotten the most requests probably for Darts,
it's
which
a
our
cool
response
deck.
is.
I mean, major villain, cool deck. But
and our response is always like, we would if we could.
Yeah. So that's definitely one that ranks highly for me.
I'd probably go in with Valid. I really liked his armor cards, the way that they're all like, you know, just pieces like boots, gauntlets, but then they kind of combine to make various like suits of armor.
Super Heavy Samurai before Super Heavy Samurai existed. There's a lot of characters that we want, like a lot. It's really sad, but we're getting them, so who knows?
Yeah, they trickle it here and there.
Yeah. Number 7. Out of all the character decks you've made, which one would you say you were most proud of?
Wow.
Thinking, scanning through like 70 plus decks. One that we talk about a lot is Esperova.
Yeah, I was gonna
agree.
He's a really fun character. We loved all his cards he had. He just didn't play enough. And that's one of the ones where we have a couple decks like this, but I think we like this one a lot. It's just that we take a character's theme, some of the cards that they have, or the way their deck functioned, and we just kind of fill the rest of the deck with cards that, you know, we pick arbitrarily, but that we feel blend with their theme of either the monster type, their deck type, or something that, you know, doesn't seem like... We hope people can kind of sit there and say, okay, yeah, I can kind of see if he used this card. It
feels like Esperova's deck when they see it played. And I guess a lot of our fans agree that, you know, we do a pretty good job of filling in the blanks. Number 8, how long does it take you to record and edit a duel/deck profile, and what is your process from idea to the final uploaded video? Deck profiles are pretty simple. Usually takes about 15 to 25 minutes to film, and then it can get cut down to usually 10 or 20 minutes. That's various reasons.
Yeah, I mean, we could film a deck profile and it could be at least 25 minutes, it depends. Because oftentimes I might be filming this thing, I'll get really into something. A card lore, or, you know, lore from the anime itself, and, you know, it's really cool, but then we get to the editing for it and we're like, you know, even though we kind of liked this, whatever it was, it just slows down the video a bit, and, you know, we know people kind of want to kind of see the cards themselves, so...
And then the idea for deck profiles is, I mean, character deck duels and deck profiles is most what we do. The idea for deck profiles is everyone gets deck profile, every deck we build. Duels is a whole nother beast. They can be pretty long. We've had duels filmed where the video is over an hour. Naturally gets cut down a little shorter based on whatever we manage to cut out.
And if the phone runs out of memory, you have to stop and clear it.
Do a couple different videos. So those can be quite a bit longer. Some duels are short, so it all sort of depends.
Yeah, sometimes we stumble into a ruling thing and we kind of like just stop it. We try to figure out some, you know, whatever ruling. That's, of course, never on camera.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just get really into it. Like that, the Joey vs. Joey that Delta mentioned earlier. That towards the end, I activate Roulette Spider. So if you watch the video, I activate Roulette Spider.
Spoiler alert. I
roll the die, and we have the result. In reality, I flipped Roulette Spider, and some time passed before I actually rolled the die because of how nervous we each were.
We were so invested in it.
Because that die roll would either have saved me or ended the duel right there. And neither of us were quite ready to see this again because we were having so much fun. So there was a lot of pausing and drama, and it eventually kind of worked itself out.
Which happens sometimes. And then just the idea for duels, we do a lot of fan requests. Besides that, when we make a new character deck, we'll usually try to debut it in a duel that comes from the anime.
Yeah, we'll always debut new characters against their respective opponent from the anime, except when we do not have their opponent's deck.
Which is rare, because we have a lot of decks. And then number 9, what does YGOAnimeGames have planned for the rest of 2017? Well, the next immediate thing we have in terms of decks is the 5Ds wave we have coming out in August. We made Yusei's deck already, so we're going to introduce a few more 5Ds decks there. Decks like Jack, Kiza, etc.
And that was all announced last year during our big deck expo, where we started to announce, like, you know, the bulk of upcoming content. And we are releasing another one of those sometime in July, which will outline our upcoming content for the next year and then some.
Through like 2018 basically.
But what we will share, since we're doing this, so you would find this out in the Deck Expo. So this is a brand new announcement. We've never said this before, ever publicly, is that this October will be our second wave for Duelist Kingdom. The first one came out earlier this year in January, so now the sequel is going to come out in October. So definitely stay tuned for a ton more Duelist Kingdom decks and duels.
And then number 10, if you could share one tip, what is the best advice for any of the viewers who are thinking of making their own character decks or starting a YouTube channel of their own? I guess I would just say make sure that your commitment and your time matches your passion. Because a lot of Yugi-Tube channels start and then, you know, they kind of just flutter out because you usually don't hit 1,000 subscribers right away. Usually it's a little bit of a battle to climb. You need to release video after video and really put in the time to see the results you want. I know we've been doing this for quite a while. So I would just say make sure that your time, energy, and resources of money too, depending on how many decks you might want to build or whatever, matches your passion.
My advice is seriously, just have fun.
Yeah.
That was, like we said, the biggest thing that got us into this was playing with character decks, you know, from the anime that had simpler strategies, had more basic monsters. It was just a lot more fun than, you know, the really aggressive competitive meta. I mean, if that's what you want, then that's totally fine. But we kind of just felt like the pacing was a little bit better. Everyone seemed more relaxed. No one was, like, super competitive. No one was really trying to, like, you know, outdo the other people with anything, like, you know, expensive decks. It was like, I'm playing my favorite character, win, lose, it was my favorite character. And that's kind of what we really like about, you know, what we have right now.
We found what was fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! For us. So if that's character decks or competitive for you, find what's fun and
but
do
just
that.
make sure you are having fun.
Alright, so we have the quickfire round now. So we'll spit these off pretty fast. First up, Team Yugi or Team Kaiba? Team Kaiba.
Yugi.
Ooh, interesting.
He wears blue, I like blue.
I feel like Kaiba was a very good duelist and didn't get his due. Given the choice, which Millennium item would you choose? Ring, because Bakor is one of my favorites. Rod, Mind Control, I don't know. It's tough. Quickfire.
The puzzle.
The puzzle.
Sure, the puzzle.
The main characters. Which Egyptian god card is your favorite?
Slifer.
Yeah, Slifer probably.
Big giant red dragon.
Ra might be a close second. You're in the virtual world. Who do you choose to be your deck master? Favorite card, quick favorite card. A Griffor. No. Aquamador, Dark Red Enchanter.
Jinzo.
Just try to list off my favorite
I know
cards.
it's an original.
It was already a deck master.
Maybe Reflect Boundary, whatever it could be.
Delta or Blue, who's the better duelist? I mean, I guess it depends on, there's different formats, like you can play GOAT format, you can play current competitive formats, you can play character deck formats where it's a little different from competitive play.
I ran self-destruct button in competitive, so it tells you how much I care to play competitive.
So I mean, like, I would say I'm the better competitive player for like advanced format, whatever, but character deck, I mean, is sort of its own beast, and we're both really good at that. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc? Duel's Kingdom, Battle City, 7 Stars, so C, etc.
Battle City. Battle City was my favorite story arc.
Waking the Dragons? Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you could duel one character from the show, Who would it be?
Yugi. I like watching him make up stuff as he goes along.
Bakura? Maybe you, Sarah Jack. What other YouTube channels do you watch? Personally, or Yugi-Tube. I guess personally I watch Screen Junkies a lot because I love movies. Yugi-Tube. I watch Garrett 414 YGO sometimes. Metacapital G.
I'm gonna go with How It Should Have Ended and Honest Trailers.
Yeah.
I don't do much on YouTube. I make videos for a living. I stay away from YouTube.
Yeah, we actually don't watch that much Yu-Gi-Oh! At least like channels dedicated. What other interests or hobbies do you have outside of Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, movies, like I said, is a big one. I'm always asked this question in my personal life, and even though I do so many different hobbies, I can never think of answers. You, Blue, go.
I do a little bit of airsoft. I don't have
airsoft.
I mean, but between school and work and having a kid, I don't do a lot. Aside from this, also, so my life's kind of boring.
Pokemon Go, pretty fun to play sometimes. Hearthstone, I do Hearthstone too. Tell us one cool fact about yourself. Ooh, you want to go first? Give me time to think.
I'm going to school for mechanical engineering. It's kind of all I got. It's either awesome or it's people I go whatever.
I don't really play music anymore, but I can play like 5 or 6 different instruments. Finally, you've done a few. Oh, you've done a few throughout your videos. Sorry, speed round. It takes me a second to read. You've done a few throughout your videos, but now's the time. Give us your best character impression from the show. Oh boy. Give me a second. I summon the gross ghost of fled dreams.
Oh, Yugi boy.
People say I do pretty good Bakura. Maybe I'll receive mixed feedback on that, but yeah, that's it for the quick fire questions. All right, guys. We really enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys did too. You can find us on at YGOAnimeGames. You know, youtube.com/YGOAnimeGames is our channel.
The Team Carrot Cake URL still works. Even though we changed it, we now have like multiple URLs because YouTube things. And then yeah, you can check out Facebook too, /YGOAnimeGames. Same thing. Keep it consistent. Yeah, those are really the two platforms where we mainly interact. So find us on one of those if you liked us. And you know, thank you very much to 414 YGO for giving us this opportunity. Yeah, it's been
it was awesome to talk to you guys. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Absolutely awesome from the guys there. I just want to say a massive thank you to Delta and Blue for taking time out of their busy schedule to allow me to interview them. Like I mentioned earlier, they were one of the 3 channels that gave me the inspiration and courage to kind of go forward and start making my own channel. And so for you know, a year and a half, almost 2 years down the line, to be able to interview them and connect with them is absolutely massive. So on a personal level, I just want to say to the guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Links to their YouTube, their Patreon, and their Facebook is in the description below. If you could do me a favor, head over to YGOAnimeGames, click on a video, send them some love, and tell them that 414 YGO sent you that. Also, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this new 414 Ask series and who you'd like to see me interview next. Let them know if they want to be interviewed to contact me. I will leave my email address down below if they want to get involved with an interview. Drop me a link there, we'll connect. It's really exciting. Once again, a huge thank you to YGOAnimeGames for taking part in this, and it was an absolute honor to have you on my channel, so thank you so much. If you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Fact videos, character deck duels, unboxings and more, consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. Smash the like button, share the video with a friend, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm also on social media, the links are in the description, so if you want to follow me there, feel free to. That is it from me, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.